Hey everyone, Senrai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 8th episode of Watashi no Oshi wa Akuyaku Reijou. Last episode we got to have our kind of festival deal, which meant the gender bender cafe, just a nice little date between Ray and Claire, which I enjoyed quite a bit. And also just flashbacks showcasing Claire and Lene in the good old days. And a prince also kind of made a little bit of a mess of things, a little bit of an annoying, bothersome character, but luckily Claire was able to step up and help out with that with her Loronis skills and all that good stuff. But yeah, we also have the whole commoner uprising. I don't remember exactly what they're called, but they're clearly building up to be a bit of an issue, especially with the way things ended off with. I want to say it was Yu's attendant that attacked one of them, so that could very easily be a point of drama. So I imagine we're gonna expand on that in this episode. So let's jump in and see how that does, or how that goes. As always, if you enjoy the video, please click the like button and support me on Patreon for access to the picture-in-picture version. So let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Geography. Okay. That's what they tend to do, that. Right. Magic can do that too. Equally. The word. It's a dirty word. But yes, development of magic can definitely shift the dynamic a little bit. Because there are definitely some anime and stuff where people that can use magic are basically considered nobility, like that kind of status. Like a visual novel called, what was it called? Sorceress Alive comes to mind. I do wonder how Ray got Claire to do some of the things in this opening. The whole heart thing in particular. The swirling currents are all machinations. Try saying that 3 times fast. But it looks like we're back into the plot now. He probably had it coming. I mean, he was a filthy commoner. Yeah, we definitely got to get the full story before we start doing anything, really. Yeah, it seemed like it. I mean, way to cut the tension there, but... But yeah, people aren't really in the mood for it. So what does he have to say about this? Oh damn, he did get a little bit banged up. Poor commoner. You'll be okay, commoner-kun. Walk it off. I recognize the voice. Yes, did you do anything to provoke him? tainted by the aristocracy. That's what they say. To be fair, there's no justice anywhere in the world. You had nothing to lose by explaining the situation, I assume. That's how it always starts. He looks so enthusiastic giving his spiel, too. What did you do? Yeah, you had it you had it coming. Yeah, let's at least finish hearing him out. And just goes off. Man, that sounded painful. So yeah, it looks like it was a bit of a misfire judging by the reactions, but... It depends on what you say. Right. That's what it seemed like. Sorry. So possible tampering with the equipment to try to cause a problem? You're causing trouble, lady. Could you stop? Well, of course. Yeah, they definitely could have been worse for you, for sure. Let's... Okay. And then you? Reesh. Gotcha. Yeah, that'll happen. Oh, that could be. And yeah, from their perspective, they would definitely want to get you on board. But there's got to be something, you know, foul at play here. Yeah, you take the commoners. Don't seem too excited, right? I definitely wouldn't want to handle the commoner side of things either. She makes a fair argument, you know. Just give the girl what she wants and get her to cooperate. There we go. I knew you could do it. It's the simple things in life. I will aggressively pump as much love into your head as it takes. Clara just wants to go home now. Clara at a safe distance. What now? So what's the punishment going to be? Death or nothing? I assume one of the two. Interpret for me, guys. I can't read that. Okay. Yeah, basically nothing, like I figured. And I knew the commenters would be riled up by that. You can't calm a crowd when they're at their peak of anger. You just get out of the way or tear gas them. Whichever is more viable at the time. Oh no, he's climbing the fence. Bad. Bad. Like, I get their frustrations, but that's not going to help anything. But he's alive. This counts for something. There's a world of difference between attempted murder and murder. Especially in a world with magic and healing and all that. Yeah, you're confusing me. Sounds about right. Of course they do. Chaos is a ladder, as they say. You'd think. Her own child? It's pretty rude. It should help. What's Clara got to say? Oh. Maybe. It's always good. I'm definitely nervous because obviously we're building up a bit of a... What's the best word for it? You know, we have a lid on a pot that's with boiling water and eventually something's going to give. Something's going to happen. We're going to get some kind of retaliation from the commenter side. Which is what I'm worried about. I mean, we want to keep you safe. We're gonna have to use force. Okay, she's, yeah, breaking out the wand, no hesitation. Nighty-night, Claire. I put her to sleep. She needs a good rest, okay? Man, now I'm wondering if what specifically Ray's gonna do. She knows a lot. Yeah, but she's been playing the game more than you've been alive. Oh. They really have bonded, haven't they? Man, Claire looks so peaceful sleeping like that. She definitely needed this nap. But yeah, Ray. Oh yeah, we saw that person skulking around before. Yeah, something's definitely gonna go down here. We're gonna break through. That's not good. They were meant to guard us. I have no idea what's going on, but this is definitely a good chance to break through. Yeah, it's pretty bad. We need better security, I think is what this comes down to. You have to get to the princess first. We got wands, we know how to use them. They may or may not misfire, but they'll shoot all the same. I've been waiting for you. It's about time you showed up. Frickin' Lombards, and that explains a lot of things. Why we didn't get we're able to figure out anything, fighting going on with the wand. I've played the game, I know what's going on. Yeah, sure. That look says it all. Yeah, as confirmed by you, when you're the bad guy here, so pretty worthless. Definitely would be child's play to do that and hide it. Never trusted you. Hey, you're just a bad dude, aren't you? I have this online walkthrough for the game that says it all. Which it is. That's a good question. I would like some clarification on that. Normally. Lenny. Okay, we're going there. Oh, damn. Really wasn't expecting... No! Whoa. Yeah, this definitely took a twist. Jeez. Maybe we should not have entrusted her to take care of Claire after all. Yeah, get that knife away from Claire's neck. I mean, that is terrible sleeping conditions. I don't blame you. I really can't say that word to save my life. Oh, and we have our intruder. Okay, that is concerning. Yeah, just magically fix it. There's no issue there. I feel like this guy's a cheater. A cheater in the game. Don't listen to him. Like, I know it's a tempting offer, but make the right decision. It's never too late. Okay, it might be too late now. We have a problem. Nice kitty. Good doggy. You made the wrong decision. Good time to leave, though, yeah. Yeah, they can poke him with their sticks. Yeah, I'm still worried about that, even after all this. Claire is such a good girl. Always with her fire. I don't think they did much, though. You wouldn't understand. This is important, Claire. We can worry about that later. Safety bubble. Well, we're not super safe, really, but we're outside. I'll give you more fire. Did not seem to help. She's like, why does my fire keep failing me? Okay, that seemed to do it for now. It might break out, but for now it's stable. A little bit tired, I see. Okay, that is what I was worried about. Let's call it that. As we end out the episode, with the Chimera still frozen and all that. Excellent. Yes, no matter what, we'll be together. It's like we have some dancing. That's something to look forward to. My master will never change. I really should be consistent whether or not I watch the preview or not, but I'm just not. But anyway, that was the eighth episode of Watashi no Oshi wa Akuyaku Reijou. I'm in love with the villainess. So, this episode, I mean, very much picking up where we left off before, with Master Dede, however you pronounce that. Yeah, he basically attacked the students, and we were kind of led to believe it was some kind of, getting fired up because of, you being insulted and all that, and wanting to teach that commenter who's doing so a lesson. And there definitely was some of that, like he got mad, he whipped out his wand. I mean, he was definitely going in that direction, but very unlikely he would actually attack him with just that, right? I mean, if things kept going back and forth, maybe it would have escalated to that point, but it was not at that point yet. So, the fact that he did get attacked by the wand, it was not of deeds of will, It was because it was the wand's fault, People don't kill people, wands kill people and all that. Although he didn't die, but he was attacked, and it was the wand's fault because it had been tampered with by the person that, we entrusted to confirm whether or not it had been tampered with. So obviously we got a bad report on that initially, but that pretty much was it. At first before I watched this episode, I was definitely thinking it was intentional and all that, but it's good to see that it wasn't. But it doesn't change the fact that the commoners are very upset. They're angry. They're feeling like the people in charge are not handling the situation properly, not giving the guy adequate punishment, getting all riled up, breaking through gates. Just very unruly crowd. But yeah, like that's really not going to accomplish anything. We definitely got some world building with the with the church and the and the nobles and all that, kind of gave some clarification how magic kind of is involved as well, how that kind of shakes things up too. How Yu's position compared to the other two princes, with the church and the mother and all that. So definitely got a lot of good world building in that sense. Also got some head patting from Claire to Ray. Definitely enjoyed that. And just Claire walking away with those classic anime sweat drops on the back of her head. That was a nice way to end off that bit. But so yeah, definitely a high tension episode. That is for sure. Our characters just trying to kind of figure out what's going on, who's behind it, what the deal is, how to deal with it. So definitely had a lot on their plate. And Ray is definitely in a unique position because she's played the game, so she's very familiar with a lot of what's going on. Although it seemed like near the end of the episode, there was some stuff that she didn't recognize. So yeah, definitely a strong possibility of her beating the game, having a strong influence on things, which would definitely make sense. I mean, she's doing things, she's affecting things with the knowledge of the game as a backing to make things happen. So at some point when you do that, without question, you're going to start seeing changes that don't make any sense, right? If you read the visual novel, Muv-Love, there was some of that. There's a bit of a time travel element, so the main character knows what's going to happen, and he obviously says some of that stuff to people who then make decisions based off of that, so the further down the line you go, the more different things are going to be. That's just the nature of that sort of mechanic. So it makes sense we would eventually get to that point with Claire, with Ray in this world, but yeah, I still don't remember his name. Lamberts, he is a bit of a bad guy. He's kind of been causing trouble. Ray kind of finds him and is able to confirm that. Pretty much just laid out for him everything he's been doing. She doesn't really have proof for any of that. She just knows that it's happening because she has that game knowledge, right? But he was definitely taken aback by the sheer amount of stuff that she knew. But not so surprising for us. But the big thing was confusion about exactly why he was doing all this, and I couldn't really figure it out either. Like Ray got a good point. Like what's the deal? But then we brought up the sister Lena. I think the word she used was like a hostage or whatever. And then later on we get this guy showed up, the guy that's very much a mystery, basically. Yeah, offering him a chance to just like start a new life together with her somewhere else, new identities and all that. So yes. I mean, what to even really say about that? I wasn't expecting it. I'll be honest. It definitely came out of left field for me. Maybe if the two of them had more focus, I could have picked up on it a bit better. But what we got, I definitely did not notice it. But yeah, that's apparently a thing. I did not like Lena putting a knife to Claire's neck. Not a big fan of that one bit. It made it a little bit harder to be on their side, especially since, what they're doing is definitely screwing us over, like literally just summoning that chimera to try to kill Ray and Claire. Definitely things like that make it hard to really be on their side. But yeah, I still don't hate either of them or anything like that from this. So hope no one's died because of them. I don't think so. They're definitely not past the point of no return, I would say, as far as forgivable territory, especially Lena. But and it's nice that Claire definitely still cares about them and wants to have a positive resolution to all this before things can get too out of hand. And I don't think it's too late to really get to that point. So hopefully we can. But it's not looking good right now. We have the Chimera frozen for now, but like Ray's looking pretty tired. It's Claire's fire seems to keep not doing anything, so we're in a bit of a predicament, really. But we'll do our best and we'll overcome it, I'm sure. But yeah, not too much more to say on the episode besides that. I mean, unless we want to get into a little bit more political territory, which I generally don't do in my videos, but we had a line in the episode, something about like homosexuality is not the only forbidden love or whatever. And it's just funny because like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago or whatever, I would consider, gayness and incest to not be too far off of each other on the forbidden love scale. But like nowadays, at least in America, gayness has been normalized to such a ridiculous extent. And yet like, what's that one game called? Something Coffin. I'll look up the name real quick. Okay, yeah, that's the name of it. The game on Steam is called The Coffin of Andy and Lele. I have not played the game, but like there was some drama on Twitter because apparently one of the alternate endings was had some kind of incest to it, and people just lost their mind. Even though this is a game with like a horror game with a bunch of bad stuff like cannibalism, for instance. But yeah, people lost their mind over some little bit of an optional incest thing in it. Like it's just crazy. That's that's where we're at right now. But yeah, so as far as forbidden love goes, at this point, at least in my country, gayness and incest is like a world of difference of forbiddenness to them. So I got a bit of a kick out of that on that basis. But yeah, in general, incest really should be more common in stories because it's just not very explored and you can do a lot with it. There's a reason why people always bring up, Westerners always bring up Game of Thrones whenever anything incesty is in front of them, because that's like the only example that they know about, because it's like the only example in a mainstream Western show, right? Because that's just how little it's been explored in fiction. But yeah, that's all I really guess I really had to say on the episode, is just to touch on that real quick, because that was kind of funny. But just, where we've gotten. But anyway, so just overall pretty good episode, pretty exciting stuff. Things are definitely moving forward, and especially with the whole idea that things are becoming more and more different than what Ray knows of this world. So very curious to see how this progresses going forward. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.